U.S. President Donald Trump unknowingly played a key role in one item being available for this exhibition. This 250-pound gold and silver stupa was built in honor of Empress Dowager Chongqing. The Palace Museum decided to place the stupa in a private viewing room during President Trump's 2017 visit to China. It was the very first item Trump saw during his tour, and curators say he liked it very much. Because it was no longer on display, it was available for the international exhibition. Jan Stuart is curator of Chinese art at the Smithsonian's Freer and Sackler galleries, and I spoke with her about the diplomacy needed to put this show together and what she hopes visitors will take away from the exhibition.
Well, with my co-curator, Daisy E.O. Wong, we spent nearly 4 years on this exhibition. Now, when you do a large project like this, and you're talking about many gorgeous objects, there are other considerations. And in particular, we wanted a really special exhibition to honor both of our museums, but also to take advantage of this 40th anniversary of U.S.-China normalization of diplomatic relations. So we did decide to talk to the Chinese embassy here in Washington and to talk to the U.S. embassy in Beijing, make them both aware of what our desire and our goals were. So they too wanted to celebrate culture, and especially for the 40th year. And the U.S. Embassy in Beijing also said, you know, if there are any tensions because of other parts of government, you can come to us. We both embassies really wanted to support culture. It is a bridge between people. And so it was very satisfying. We didn't have to do any nitty-gritty government politics, but we actually had support. And, you know, the State Department, everybody was supportive of this exhibition. It's important, I think, on the macro level that we are all people. But we do live in distinct countries, we have distinct cultures, and so we need exhibitions, objects that have intrinsic beauty, but can also be used to tell stories that help fill people in on each other's background. And in fact, even for Chinese citizens in the US, not all of them know Qing Dynasty history. So this exhibition can fill Chinese people in on some parts of Chinese past. It's certainly going to fill American people who aren't familiar with the Chinese past in on a lot of aspects of that time and that culture. What I really hope is that people can come to the exhibition, engage with the objects, be enticed by their beauty, their complexity, their technical perfection. And through being intrigued by the objects, learn all the information, all the stories that can be pulled out of those objects. So I want them to enjoy art, admire art, but learn about the history, the really understudied, seldomly told stories and aspects about the significance of women in the Qing Dynasty through looking at that most elevated position of the empresses. These women, they did live in a time where there were a lot of constraints that were gender imposed, but despite that, they actually made, some of them made a real mark on history.